Hello, hello! Buongiorno a tutti! Back again! I forgot that one. So this top from my Carlo Antonio Testore has been already treated in the inside, and I won't treat it now on the outside. But I just wanted to show you the difference. There is a slightly difference. So don't imagine that the wood treatment now makes miracles. But there is a treatment, okay? And since I love it so much, I always put it also inside. But on the outside, when you put it on, then apparently there is nothing on, but you can varnish immediately. And very likely this treatment, which should be now as top secret on my list of secrets I have, Brigitte Brandmeier, who wrote a book about the Stradivari varnish, discovered very interesting details regarding this. And one detail is definitely this, that 1686, the great makers from Italy started to use a certain treatment, a thin protein layer, and which is very likely, because I don't want to say it's not very professional if I say I have now the top secret of Stradivari, but very likely he used something what I'm doing here today with you, okay? It is 3 grams of casein, which I'm going to, I put the casein in a jar, put it on the balance here, pour 7 grams of water. It's easier with grams, everything in gram, but it probably is 7 milliliter would also be fine. I leave it a little bit that it soaks up, so it becomes a little bit like this. If you leave it a little bit, it smells like milk, casein. And then on the other side, I have prepared already calcium, yeah, which is the same calcium you in the past they used to sign the soccer fields and things like this. And if you get it on if you hurt yourself and you get it on the skin, it really burns. So it's a little bit sharp, yeah. So, and I just pour this a little bit of water. So it's like a plaster, yeah. And from this one, I put 10 grams in this jar here. Then I mix it, and I will apply it on the top, and then I will take it off again, okay? So apparently I just put on and I take off. And on the maple, I like to put a little bit of color as well, water-based color, the same color I use for the boxwood pegs, and I put this inside, okay? So here now, this is this, I think it's balance, I don't know how it's called in English. I put it on 0 again. We have to change this one. Sometimes it doesn't work that nice. And then I just adjust here 10 grams of calcium and this spatula is a little bit too soft, so I have a little bit difficulties. I love to do rather a little bit more than 10, but 10 is actually very good. I just put here a 1/4 gram more, because I believe that it is better to have a little bit more than a little bit less. Then I mix it, okay, so you see it has difficulties to mix, but by mixing it's getting liquid again, okay? I hope you see that. Now it's nice. Yeah? So here now it starts becoming a very creamy thing. Don't waste too much time, okay? So I put away this one. And now I put here with a brush. Now I don't want to get here completely. So we just pour this on here like this. It's really tight. Wow, need some water. It's really, you can feel that it is like a glue. Try not to treat the outside of the instrument. It's really a nasty thing. And the first times I did it, I was surprised how the whole consistency was, and I couldn't believe that this was kind of the... But you can see that it's a strange yellow, and this yellow is a little bit ammoniac, which is reacting by putting it on, okay? Like this. That's good. And now I have to take it off, and I don't want to get my fingers dirty, so I put a glove. We were never short in these kind of things here in the workshop, since we always had these gloves. And now I take it like this. And as I told you, I didn't want to have it outside, so I take it away immediately from the outside. I don't know what this is. It's kind of a cleaning stuff for very accurate housewives. It works pretty good. It even takes a little bit too much away, but it's okay, you know. Now it's very soaky and wet, and you would say, can a top resist against so much water? You are true. That's why I put now a little bit of humidity on the outside in order that it is not opening up strange things. Okay, and then we clean it a little bit better. Now you see how yellowish it is. I don't want to glue the F-holes. Okay, and here as well. And even here. Very good. And I would say this is very good. And then usually I dry it a little bit. Hold on. I make like something like this, just like kitchen paper, toilet paper, whatever you have. And I clean it a little bit. No need to have you don't have to worry that there is a layer or something. It is rather a very thin layer, a thin quantity of it, and this is how it is, okay? Yeah, that's it, and we just put it there. Usually then I don't put it on a flat surface because I want that it is breathing from both sides, okay, even from one side to another. So I put it here on my tool bench like this, and it can breathe. And now the other example which I wanted to show you is that this is the Wasserbeize Buchsbaum boxwood, okay? And that one, I just pour a little bit of this one into the preparation. The white I use on the spruce, and the colored one on the maple, yeah. So now before everything gets colored, this is from Hammerl, I think. Wasserbeize. I bought this one at Dictum, but you know, it's believe me, now everybody probably wants exactly that one. It's not a question of what kind of stain, a water-based stain I put inside, and that's it. Now I put some water on my outside of the instrument. I did this also on the top, and I make also the outside of the instrument I make once the whole instrument is completely finished. So now I just put a little bit of humidity, since I'm going to apply it on the inside before gluing on the label. So I mix it up, you know. It looks pretty dramatic, this color here, but you will see there's only very little which stays. So it's got a nice brownish color. You can also take some brown stain for your garden furniture or something like this. And then I just use the brush and we just put it inside. And I do it like this. Now it really looks nasty, right? And there will be just a little of it, of this color will stay. And I make it colored since this is an antique looking instrument, so I like to have it a little bit brownish. Yeah, so this is water-based brown color, which in this situation mixed together with the white looks rather pink or viola. And you don't want to have it dried up. Okay, you have to be quick, and that's why I'm using it pretty quick here. This is also why I put myself a glove on, because I don't want to have my fingers for the weekend brown. Very good. And then I take here my rag, and I try to take it off quick all over a little bit. In the beginning, it's a disaster, and you're very insecure about how the whole thing actually works. But it did already its job, and now it's just a question of taking out all this casein, which would just make the whole thing heavier, and you just want to treat the surface. And once it is done, you will recognize a certain kind of color and appearance of the wood, which is very similar to what the old Italians used. So now I clean here with this here. Later on, the last turn, you can also take the brush, the cleaned brush, and go into details. But actually, I like it when I make antiqued instruments that you have a little bit this not too perfectly taken off preparation, as I have seen it in old instruments when I saw them opened. This one I throw away. I think it looks already pretty good. What do you think? And the more often you use it, the more you will understand that this is very likely what they used. In the very first times, you are a little bit surprised how nasty and approximate the whole thing is. But the more you use it, the more you get familiar with it. And it goes quick, it looks good, and I even have the impression that it sounds very good. Yeah, that's probably the main reason. And then also it is soluble in water, so that it's very easy to handle. And it seems for me very convincing that this was actually what the old makers used. So here it is, how it looks like when it is wet. Okay, I don't know, I should put it like this here. And this is the top we saw already, and I show you one here when it is dry, which is my testore from inside. So this one is not flamed, so please understand that this one is not flamed. This is when it is dry, okay? Comes like this, and apparently nothing exciting. But then later on, when you start varnishing, you will see that the appearance is very close to what the old great masters used to. And the rest, once this is hard and it is dry, it's done. So this is all about pretty secret stuff, right? I hope you enjoyed this video. All the best. See you next time. Bye-bye.